Well, I hope I'm live. I'm not sure. It's been a while. I haven't streamed in probably several months, and it looks like I am live and on YouTube, and I'm looking forward to getting back into the streaming some. This is Kent Blaylock with SDG Replays. I've been absent about 2 months because of COVID and remodels and just life in general. But today we're going to be getting back into some streaming. Today will be PC Replay Baseball from the 1956 Major League Baseball season, which I'm looking forward to getting into and seeing what will occur with that. I'm looking forward to getting in. I'm actually doing two different seasons with the 1956 season. I am doing a season with PC Replay Baseball and also a season with Inside Pitch following the New York Yankees season to try to recreate Mickey Mantle's Triple Crown season. This PC Replay is just me picking the games of the day and playing them and following that season and just following it through and to see where that leads with PC Replay Baseball. Again, we'll also be doing a season, continuing the season with the 1979 Pittsburgh Pirates using Payoff Pitch. So I'm going to have three baseball projects going on at the same time. So I'm being ambitious, but we'll pick up each and just see where they lead and see how each game system kind of plays out against the other. But today we're PC Replay Baseball from 1956. It'll be April 16th, 1956, and we'll have the Chicago White Sox visiting the Cleveland Indians at Municipal Stadium. So let's get into the game. And this will be the view we'll be having. I will just be letting the computer roll the dice and the computer play out the action. I'm just going to be calling the game as it goes, and away we'll go. With the visiting Chicago White Sox, it's interesting in this playback. They're both playing very well. Let's just take a look at the lineup for the Chicago White Sox. Leading off for the White Sox and playing second base will be Nellie Fox. Batting second and catching, Lawler. Batting third at first base will be Kell. Third base will be Minnie Minoso, batting cleanup. Batting in the fifth spot will be the shortstop, Louis Aparicio. And batting sixth in left field, Phillips. Center fielder batting seventh, Dolby. And right fielder, Rivera, will be batting eighth. And then our pitcher, Harshman, will be batting ninth. Pitching today for the Cleveland Indians will be Bob Lemon. In 1956, he was 20-14 with 3 saves, a 3.03 ERA with a 1.25 whip. In this replay, he is at a 1.15 whip with a 2.80 ERA. So he's pitching very well. And we'll see how today's game goes with Nellie Fox and Bob Lemon pitching as Nellie Fox leads off. The second baseman batting .230 in this replay was 7 RBIs. In the regular season, he batted .296 with 4 home runs and 8 stolen bases. Fox steps to the plate. The pitch is delivered. It's a short fly out to center field. He hits it to center field. Busby ranges underneath it for out number 1, and 1 up, 1 down as Fox goes to the dugout. That will bring Sherm Lawler to the plate. Lawler batting .279 on the replay with 9 RBIs, 2 home runs in 86 at-bats. Lawler digs in as Lemon toes the rubber. Here's the pitch. Going to that 6th column early. That can be trouble sometimes. But he lifts it deep to Colavito in right field. Colavito settles underneath it for out number 2. And we go to George Kell stepping to the plate. 2 up, 2 down. As Kell steps to the plate. In this replay, he's batting .286 with 4 RBIs and a home run. As Bob Lemon hopes to quickly close out the side here in our first game back into streaming. Lemon with the pitch. It's a ground ball to second. Avila up with it, over to first. 3 up, 3 down as we go to the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors as we go to the bottom of the first. Jack Harshman pitching for the Chicago White Sox, having a good season as well. In 56, he had a 3.10 ERA with a 15-11 record. No saves on record with a 1.26 whip. On this replay, he's at a 1.38 whip with a 2.48 ERA. He struck out 37 and walked 28. So Harshman having a little trouble with control. So let's see how that plays out today as Busby steps to the plate. Jim Busby on this replay is batting .204 with 7 RBIs and 2 home runs. Harshman toes the rubber, goes to the belt. Here's the pitch. Busby digging in. Sits sharply to Aparicio at short. Up with it easily, over to Kell at first for the 6-3 put out number 1. That'll bring Bobby Avila to the plate. Avila on the season is batting .264 on the replay, is batting .264 with 6 RBIs and a home run on 91 at-bats. In the regular season, in the 56 season, he batted .224 with 10 home runs. Avila to the plate. Harshman delivers. And he walks him. He gets the free pass, so Avila gets down to first. That will be the first walk of the game. And we have a base runner. And there will be a base action check on Harshman. Here's the roll. The roll of 4. It is a pass ball. It's a pass ball possibility. Lawler, anything above a 5, and it will be a pass ball. Anything below that, and he will stop it from getting back to the backstop. So good play by Lawler. Keeps the ball from getting to the backstop, holding Avila on first. So that will, again, Rosen stepping in, batting .179 in replay, struggling from the plate because in the regular 56 season, he batted .267. He does, however, have 13 RBIs on that .179 hitting. He has hit 2 home runs, so he's hitting the ball when it counts. Rosen steps in. Al Rosen to the plate. Harshman with the pitch. Infield halfway, hoping to turn a double play. Here's the pitch. It's a deep fly out to right field. Rivera underneath it for out number 2 with Avila still stranded on first base. That will bring up Vic Wertz. Wertz on the season is batting, on the replay, is batting .283 with 28 RBIs and 9 home runs. So he's swinging a big, heavy stick as Harshman wanting to be careful as how he pitches Wirtz. Here's the pitch from Harshman. Avila will be going on contact. It's a deep fly to center field. Doby backing up, settles underneath it, squeezes it for out number 3. And we have no hits, a walk, and 1 left on as we go to the top of the second. Our score is 0-0 as Manny Minoso comes into the batter's box. Bob Lemon eyeing Minoso. Minoso batting .250 with 9 RBIs in this replay. In the 56 season, he batted .316 with 21 home runs and 12 stolen bases. Minoso digs in. Lemon staring him down as he brings the pitch. And he walks him. He was too careful as Minoso gets the free pass. And all Lemon can do is shake his head as he allows a base runner to lead off at second. That'll bring up Louis Aparicio. Aparicio in this reap 240 with ties. And 59 at bats. Here's the pitch to Aparicio as Minoso's on first, infield halfway, hoping to turn 2. That a hit and run going on, but it's a fly out to center field as Busby settles underneath it for out number 2. Minoso had to trot back to first for out number 1, excuse me. No outs yet. Now we'll bring up Bubba Phillips. Phillips on the replay is hitting on a hot streak. He's batting .326 with 6 RBIs. In the regular season, he was batting at .273 with 2 home runs. So no power in his swing, but he's hitting well so far in this season with a .326 average. Lemon eyes Minoso, keep him near first. Infield again in halfway, hoping to turn 2. It's hit to third, Rosen up with it. Gets the force at second as we have a fielder's choice. Phillips reaches on the fielder's choice, but we have 2 down with a runner on first. That'll bring up Larry Doby. Doby batting .269 with 12 RBIs in this replay, 2 home runs. In the 56 season, he batted .268, so he's hitting true to form with 24 home runs. Doby digging in as Phillips takes a lead on first. We'll be running on contact. Here's the pitch. And he strikes him out. That'll be the first strikeout for Lemon in the game. And we go to the bottom of the second with Lemon pitching well, pitching a no-hitter shutout so far with 1 walk. But that will bring up Harshman to the mound, who's pitching well as well. No hits so far in this game, but we're early in the game, bottom of the second, with Al Smith stepping to the plate, batting .276 with 14 RBIs and 2 home runs. In the 56 season, he batted .274 with 16 home runs. Harshman toes the rubber as Al Smith steps in. Here is the pitch. This could be trouble. We're rolling 1 die to see if we got a home run, but there's only 1 chance, a roll of a 6, and we have a home run. Anything else, but we do have a hit. As he singles to right field, Rivera up with it, tosses it in to second. We have a leadoff single by Al Smith here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Rocky Colavito. batting .270 with 11 RBIs in the replay. Batted .276 with 21 home runs in the 56 season. Harshman looking over at Smith. Infield in halfway, playing for the double play. Here's the pitch from Harshman. And he pops him up to second base. Nellie Fox underneath it for the easy out as Smith just takes a step or two off the bag as he makes that easy play. And that'll bring up Chico Carrasquel, who's batting .154, struggling at the plate with 6 RBIs. In the 56 season, he batted .243 with 7 home runs. So he's got early in the season, he's got a slow bat. Let's see if he can wake that bat up as he has a runner on first with Harshman toeing the rubber, looking to turn 2. We got all 5s, and that's a base on balls. So we have a walk and a runner on first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Harshman getting himself in a little bit of a bind here in the second inning. And again, we will go to the base action roll and see what happens for Harshman, as he is a little bit of a wild pitcher. And that will be nothing. It's in the dirt, but it's blocked. A good play by our catcher Lawler, as we have 2 on and Jim Hagan at the plate. Hagan on the season batting .190 with 19 RBIs and 4 home runs. He's getting his home runs in early because in the 56 season, he batted .222 with 6 home runs, and we're early in April, and he's already got 4, so he's getting them out pretty quick. Hegan steps in, as Smith takes a short lead on second. They're in halfway, hoping to turn 2. Here's the pitch. Again, 555s. That's another walk, as the control issues for Harshman are starting to show themselves, as we have the bases dripping with Indians as we go here in the second. And it brings up the pitcher, Bob Lemon, with the bases loaded. And again, another base action check on Harshman. And it's another pitch in the dirt, but it is blocked by Lawler. Lawler's saving Lemon's bacon, so to say, to keep him from getting some runs across. Harshman's, Lemon stepping to the plate. Lemon swings a fairly decent bat for a pitcher in this replay, batting .167 with 4 RBIs and a home run. In the 56 season, he batted .194 with 5 home runs, so he can get it out of here if it needs. Again, the infield is in at halfway, hoping to turn 2. Here's the pitch. It's hit to Aparicio at short. Possible second to first double play. We got to roll 1 die against the pivot man. It looks like it will be a double play because anything 6 and under is a double play. And it is a 2. It is doubled up, and that closes out the inning. That was, as Kurt Berglund would say, a soul-crushing rally-ending double play here in the bottom of the second, as the bases were loaded on a hit and 2 walks. We had the bases dripping, but now cleaned off by the double play from the 6-4-3 double play ends our inning as we go to the third. Still scoreless, Cleveland with 1 hit. Lemon going into the third with a spotless card as Jim Rivera steps up, batting .301 with 20 RBIs, batting in the 8th spot. He's batting well. His average in the 56 season was .255 with 12 home runs. Stepping to the plate is Rivera. Lemon towing the rubber, bringing the pitch. It's a long single to center field as Busby settles under it. And he is going to try to stretch it to 2. And he does. He is safe. He's in under the tag and safe at second. So a leadoff double by Rivera. And the White Sox have their first hit as Harshman steps to the bag. Harshman swings a good bat so far in this replay. He's batting .250 with 1 RBI. Of course, he's only had 12 plate appearances, but he does have 3 hits. In the 56 season, he batted .169 with 6 home runs. So he can swing the bat. He has a runner standing on second as Lemon brings a pitch. You have the corners in, expecting a bunt. Here's the pitch. And he does lay down a bunt. And let's see what happens as we roll. He does get to sacrifice bunt down as Rivera moves to third. Good bunt laid down by Harshman as we have a runner in scoring position with only 1 out here in the top of the third. That'll bring Nellie Fox back to the plate. Fox 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out to center field his first time up. Lemon looking at Rivera, hoping to pitch himself out of this tight situation. He could use a strikeout right now as Nellie Fox steps up. And he walks him with runners on and the first base open. They just choose to walk Fox, pitch carefully around him, maybe hopefully now expecting to turn 2. Risky play, putting another runner on base. But the infield again is in halfway, hoping to turn 2 as Sherm Lawler steps to the plate. Lawler flew out to right field his first time up. As he digs in, Lemon toes the rubber. Here's the pitch from Lemon. Lawler hits a single into left field, scoring Harshman. And so we have our first run of the game as the White Sox strike first and have 2 runners on with 1 out and a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third. That'll bring George Kell to the plate. Kell grounded to second his first time up. Kell digs in. Lemon with the pitch. He grounds it to third. Infield halfway in is forced at second. But it will move Fox over to third. And we have Kell and Fox on the corners with 2 outs. And Manny Minoso stepping to the plate. Minoso was walked his first time up with runners on. Need to pitch carefully to Minoso. And here is the pitch. There's a fly out to right field to end the inning as Colavito squeezes it for out number 3, but not before a run comes across on 2 hits, leaving 2 men on. But the White Sox lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the third as the Indians come to the plate. Jim Busby will be stepping back up the leadoff hitter, grounded to short his first time up. Busby taking a hard look at Harshman as Harshman toes the rubber, digging in. Busby digging in, swinging right-handed as Harshman, the left-hander, brings the pitch. And he pops him up. Nellie Fox settling under the high pop-up and making the easy play for out number one here in the bottom of the third, with the White Sox leading 1-0. That'll bring up Bobby Avila. Avila walked his first time up as Harshman brings the heat. And it's a short fly to left field. Phillips underneath it for out number two. 2 up, 2 down here in the third. That'll bring up Al Rosen. Rosen underachieving so far early in this season, only batting 176. Rosen gets the delivery from Harshman. There's a single to center field as it drops in front of Doby. And Rosen safely on first with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Vic Wertz, the hard-hitting, deep-hitting Vic Wertz. Again, in 56, he had 32 home runs, and he already has 9 early in this season. So Wertz steps in. Harshman wanting to be careful with Wertz with 2 outs. Infield playing at regular depth. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out. He sent Wertz back to the dugout, taking the walk of shame with his head hanging low as he left a man on. Here as we go to the top of the fourth with the White Sox leading 1-0. And Louis Aparicio coming to the plate for our visitors. That will be Louis Aparicio, who's swinging the bat at a 237 clip right now. And Lemon coming right after him as he toes the rubber and brings the pitch. That's a ball hit to first. Wertz up with it. Steps over with the 3 unassisted. And out number one as Wertz, human vacuum cleaner over there on first as he sucks it up and steps on the bag. That'll bring up Bubba Phillips. Batting well, 319, overachieving so far early in this season. Here is the pitch to Phillips. Grounded to short, Carrasquel up with it, over to first. Wertz with the stretch, out number 2 with the 6-3 put out for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the fourth. As Lemon looks at Doby stepping into the batter's box. Doby struck out his first time up. Can he get him again? Lemon with the pitch. He grounds it to second. The infield's back, so Avila with the easy play, up with it, over to Wertz at first. 3 up, 3 down. And we go to the bottom of the fourth. White Sox 1, Cleveland Indians 0. That'll bring up Al Smith to the plate. Smith singled his first time up. Let's see if he can continue the hot bat here in the bottom of the fourth. As Harshman toes the rubber, Smith steps in. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out as Lawler goes down swinging, taking the walk of shame to the dugout. 1 down here in the bottom of the fourth. That'll bring up Rocky Colavito. He popped up to second his first time up, hoping to get a little better wood on the ball this time around. Here is the pitch. And it's a line out to second base. Nellie Fox stabbing it out of the air for out number 2. That'll bring up Chico Carrasqual. He walked his first time up, hoping to get another free pass or get the bat on the ball as Harshman makes the pitch. We have a ballpark effect. This could be trouble. He's going back. It's hit deep. It's hit hard. It's hit long. And it is gone as Chico Carrasqual has went yard. And we have tied this game up 1-1 here in the bottom of the 4th with a home run by Chico. 1-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Took him to the cheap seats. That'll bring up Jim Hegan. Hegan was walked his first time up. So with 2 outs, and after just allowing a dinger here in the bottom of the 4th, Harshman to his belt. Here's the pitch. Again, we have a ballpark effect. Is it an out or is it a single? Oh, we got another roll coming. It's a dribbler to the catcher. And he gets him out at first. So we go to the 5th with our game tied up 1-1 after the Chico Carrasqual home run in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring up Jim Rivera. Rivera doubled his last time up. Let's see if he can get some action here in the top of the 5th as Lemon is he's settling right now on a 2-hitter with 1 run. Hegan, his catcher, gives the signal. Here's the pitch from Lemon. Rivera stepping in. He pops it up to second. Avila underneath it for out number 1. Now to bring up the pitcher Harshman, who laid down a good bunt for a sacrifice to move the runner over to third. His first time up. Here is the pitch as his counterpart delivers. Harshman digging in, hits it to second. It's a possible error check on Avila. Here is the roll. And it is not higher than the 45, so he makes the play easily over to first for out number 2. That'll bring up Nellie Fox, who is over for the day, but he did walk his last time up. No hits, but a walk on 2 at-bats as Bob Lemon brings the pitch. It's hit sharply to Rosen at third. Oh, excuse me. I said hit sharply, but he's bunted it down the line. We got to go against the Al Rosen's fielder's rating. And he does not make it. Lays down a great bunt, and Fox is on with 2 outs. A 2-out bunt puts Fox on the base. I would not have seen that coming, laying down a bunt with 2 outs, but Nellie Fox must have some good wills. So he's on first as Sherm Lawler steps to the plate. Lawler is 1 for 2 today with a single. Here's the pitch to Lawler as Lemon's kind of disgusted with that bunt. And he walks Lawler. So we got two on with 2 outs. And Lemon has pitched himself into a tight spot, a little disgusted about that bunt. and he lost his concentration and allowed Lawler on as George Kell steps to the plate. Kell so far is 0 for 2 on the day, grounding out both times. As Lemon steps in, Kell digging in the batter's box. Here's the pitch. And he walks him. He's walked. The bases loaded. They're again full. And can he pitch himself out of this tight spot as the bases are loaded and the cleanup hitter Minosa stepping to the plate, who could quickly clear them on one swing as Manny Minosa steps up. It's a ground out to second. Avila up with it over to first. And that drive is killed with a great play by Avila at second base. So a couple walks and a hit. And bases loaded, but nothing coming across for Chicago in the top of the fifth. Missed opportunity there for Chicago as Bob Lemon will lead off hitting here in the bottom of the fifth as his counterpart brings the pitch. Lemon hoping to get on with a good hit. Ball hit to Nellie Fox at second, easily over to first to Kell with a 4-3 put out, and out number one. That'll bring Jim Busby back to the plate. Busby's 0 for 2 on the day, hoping to get on the hitter's column as Harshman brings the pitch. And he strikes him out as Busby takes that walk of shame back to the dugout, fanning on a good curveball from Harshman. That'll be the third strikeout for Jack Harshman in this game as Bobby Avila steps to the plate. Flew out his last time up as the pitch comes from Harshman. And he pops him up to second base. Nellie Fox easily underneath it for out number two. Out number three as we close the fifth with our score tied 1-1 on a pitcher's duel. Each pitcher only allowing three hits so far as we go into the sixth. As Bob Lemon beginning to show some fatigue as he can face 7 more batters. As Louis Aparicio steps to the plate. Aparicio 0 for 2 on the day as Lemon brings the pitch. And he walks him. Lemon having a little trouble with his control issues here in the 5th and 6th as my oldest pup, Anchovy, yes, her name is Anchovy, is barking at the mailman. And the still is on for Aparicio. And as the dice is higher than the 36, the roll of 44, he is safely on second with a walk and a steal. Lemon is kicking himself because allowing Aparicio on the base. Now he's on second. Now the corners are in as Wirtz and Rosen expecting the bunt from Phillips. Here is the pitch as Aparicio looking to do some clever base running. He grounds it to short. The infield's back, so it's out at first, and Aparicio has to hold at second, so he does not advance Aparicio as Larry Doby steps in. Doby is also 0 for 2 on the day, with Lemon hoping to get himself out of a situation where he has a runner in scoring position. Doby digging in. Lemon toes the rubber and brings the pitch. And he doubles to center field. That will score Aparicio as he rips it hard by Busby, who gets it in as quickly as he can, but not before Aparicio is standing up on home plate And now the White Sox have a 2-1 lead with Larry Doby standing on second base with a run scoring double here in the top of the sixth. White Sox 2, Cleveland Indians 1 as Jim Rivera steps to the plate. Rivera's 1 for 2 with a double on the day. As he sees Doby in scoring position, he hopes he can mimic that double. But he flies out to right field. Colavito squeezes it and handles it. Not deep enough for Doby to try to move over to third as the pitcher Harshman steps to the plate. He did bunt for a sacrifice bunt his first time up, but grounded out to second his second time up. So he's 1 for 2 on the day. Well, actually 0 for 2, but how do you score a sacrifice? Is that someone I have to tell me? Harshman stepping up. Lemon hoping to close out the inning with no further runs coming across. Here is the pitch. He struck him out. He struck out his counterpart to end the inning and keep from any more runs coming across the plate. But as we go to the sixth, we have a 2-1 lead by the Chicago White Sox here in Cleveland. And Al Rosen stepping to the plate. Rosen 1 for 2 on the day. He singled his last time up as Harshman toes the rubber. Rosen steps in. Here's the pitch. And it's hit to second. Nellie Fox up with it over to Kell for out number 1. Here in the bottom of the sixth, as I have my puppy wanting to be introduced. For anyone who's interested, this is Piper. She's a 5-month-old Jack Russell, and she's new to the house. And she's wondering what I'm doing right now. We're playing baseball on PC Replay Baseball. So you sit here and enjoy it with us. Give me a few kisses. That's good. Vic Wertz stepping up. Wertz struck out his last time up. He's hoping to get in the hit column as he's 0 for 2 as Harshman brings the pitch to Wertz. And he struck him out again. That's the second strikeout that Wertz has went down with. His second time going down on strikes. And that's the fourth strikeout for Harshman in the game as Al Smith steps up with 2 outs, and the Cleveland Indians trailing 2-1 here in the bottom of the sixth. Here's the pitch to Smith. And we do have a ballpark effect. He's hit it hard, and he's hit it deep, but how deep has he hit it? He's hit it off the wall, but it's hit so hard that they're able to quickly get it in for a 2-out single by Smith, who rips one in to center field. But Doby was quick up with it to hold Smith on first as Rocky Colavito steps up. Colavito 0 for 2 on the day, hitting it sharply to second, lining out his last time up. Colavito hoping to move Al Smith over. Here's the pitch from Harshman. It's a looping drive to center field. Doby's on his bicycle trying to get to it. Can he get to it? He does as he goes to the warning track, sprinting over to end the inning. Doby with a great play. And we go to the seventh with the White Sox leading 2-1 over the home-standing Cleveland Indians. As Nellie Fox steps to the plate for the Sox, he singled his last time up. It was a bunt single as he beat it out. Here's the pitch from Lemon. And he pops him up to second base as Avila underneath it for out number 1 here in the seventh. Then I'll bring Sherm Lawler to the plate. He's singled and walked in today's game, so he's been on base twice. As Lemon brings the pitch, Lawler takes a swing, and he's swinging there, struck him out. That'll bring up George Kell, who's hitless on the day, but with a walk, as Lemon, hoping to get out of the seventh with no further runs coming across, as there's no runners on the base pass. George Kell looks to swing away. It's hit to Chico at short. He scoops it up, fires it over to Wirtz for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, and we go to the bottom of the seventh. As the seventh inning stretch goes, I will take a stretch because I need to refill my cup of coffee. I'll be right back. And I'm back as we go to the bottom of the seventh with the White Sox leading 2-1 over the homestanding Cleveland Indians. And Chico Carrasquel steps back up, who home runned his last time up for the only run for the Indians in this game. As both pitchers pitching well, 4 hitters by both. As Chico steps in, Harshman with the pitch as we go into the bottom of the seventh here. And he singles to center field. Chico swinging the ball well as he drops it in front of Doby in center field for a leadoff single here in the bottom of the seventh. Now to bring up Jim Hegan. Hegan's hitless on the day. As Carrasquel takes a short lead off of first, infield in halfway, hoping to turn 2. Harshman with the pitch. Can he get a ground ball? And we have a pinch hitter as Hoot Evers comes in. Evers batting .241 in the 56 season. This will be his first time at the plate in this replay. So let's see what Hoot can do. Actually, he did have a base on balls in the season. So here's the pitch to Evers. Harshman with the infield in. Hits it to Minosa. Hit to third. But it's off his glove. It's hit sharply. Minosa cannot make the play. And we have a hard hit single off the glove of Minosa on third. And we have 2 runners on here in the bottom of the seventh with no outs as Bob Lemon steps to the plate. Curious to what the computer will do here in the bottom of the seventh. with 2 runners on. Will it have Lemon hitting? Let's find out as Harshman looks to bring the pitch. And he lays down a bunt. What will he do with it? Let's see what the roll of the dice says. He pops it out, and he pops it out to the pitcher. So a failed bunt attempt by Lemon, and we have 1 out. So they did try to get him across. He is pitching well, so I understand the thinking behind that. Just a poorly executed bunt by Lemon here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 runners on. We now have 1 out. Infield in halfway, hoping to turn 2 as Jim Busby steps to the plate. Busby's 0 for 3 on the day, hoping to be the hero right now as pitch is brought from Harshman. Rare play check, rare play event. Let's see what we get on the purple roll. It is a roll of 4. It's a dribbler to the mound. We'll check against Chico Carrasquel's speed. So it's about a 50-50 chance that he'll be safe or out. And he is safe. And we have a infield single that allows Carrasquel to get over to third. They try to get him at third, but he gets in under the tag. And we have bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th with 1 out. And a precarious situation for Jack Harshman here in the bottom of the 7th. Bases loaded. Bobby Avila to the plate. Infield in. Hoping to get the runners. Hoping to get the runner at home plate. I don't know if I wouldn't play halfway and hopefully try to get a double play, but they don't want to let a runner come across. And it's singled into left field. Phillips up with it, but not before 2 runs come across. As a 1 out single by Avila scores 2, and now the Indians lead 3-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. As Avila with a clutch hit drives in 2. Now Al Rosen stepping to the plate, the dangerous Rosen with 15 home runs on the season. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch to Rosen with the infield in. It's hit to Minosa. It's a slow grounder. They choose to retire the runner, the batter at first, allowing another run to come across as Minosa's only play was to fire it over to first, but another run comes across, and it's now 4-2 Cleveland here in the bottom of the 7th as 3 runs have come across here in the 7th. And that'll bring up Vic Wertz, who's struggling today with 2 strikeouts in his last 2 appearances and is 0 for 3 on the day. Here is the pitch from Harshman. And he strikes him out. That's the 3rd strikeout for Wertz as that closes out the inning, but not before 3 runs come across, and the Indians take a 4-2 lead here going into the top of the 8th. And y'all have to excuse me. I seem to be enjoying this coffee too much. Now there'll be a defensive substitution from Cleveland as Foles is inserted at catcher. Looks like he's a better defensive catcher, so we'll see how that goes as Manny Minoso steps up again. Here's the pitch to Minoso. It's a deep fly to left field. Smith ranging underneath it. Al Smith squeezes it for out number 1 here in the 8th. Now to bring up Louis Aparicio. Aparicio was walked his last time up. Looking to get something going here in the top of the 8th as Lemon is pitching a 4-hitter. Here's the pitch. and they look like they're going to pinch hit, pulling Aparicio and bringing in Sammy Esposito. Esposito batted .228 with 3 home runs. He's only batting .135 on this replay. I'm not sure if I understand that replacement, but we'll see if it pays off for the Sox. He does heap a deep fly, takes Smith back to the warning track, but underneath it easily. Smith ranges underneath it for out number 2. And we go to Bubba Phillips. Swinging a bat well again, but not so much today, as he's grounded out all 3 times, as his average has dropped to 306. I believe he was 317 or more coming into this game. Here's a pitch from Lemon. And he fouls it out to the shortstop to end the inning, as the shortstop ranges over outside the third base line for out number 3. And we go to the bottom of the 8th with the Indians leading 4-2. And we have Esposito coming in to play shortstop as he hit for Aparicio there in the 8th. That's going to bring up Al Smith to the plate. Smith's is 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles and a strikeout. Jack Harshman still on the mound, brings the pitch. He hits it deeply into center field, but Doby makes the easy play as he just takes a few steps over, squeezes it for out number 1 here in the 8th. That'll bring up Rocky Colavito. The Rock is 0 for 3 on the day as the pitch is made from Harshman. Colavito digging in. And he hits it again deeply to center field. Doby, with all the action so far here in the 8th, makes another play for out number 2. And with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th, Chico Carrasquel steps to the plate. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Well, he's 2 for 2 with a walk, a home run, and a single. Excuse me with that. Here's the pitch from Harshman. And he strikes him out. Chico goes down swinging as he takes the walk of shame back to the dugout. We go to the 9th with the Indians leading 4-2. And Cleveland will have a defensive substitution. They're substituting Strickland at shortstop. I'm sure getting better defensive players in to try to close this top half of the 9th off and finish out this game as they lead 4-2 here in the top of the 9th. And Lemon looking to complete this game. He's allowed only 4 hits so far and 2 runs on a pretty excellent pitching exhibition for himself. He's struck out 3, but allowed 5 base on balls. So that's not the best thing, but again, only allowing 4 hits and 2 runs. Here's the pitch to Doby. Hit to Rosen at third, picks it up, fires it over to Wirtz at first for the 5-3 put out, and out number 1 here in the top of the 9th. And the Sox are down to their last 2 outs as Jim Rivera steps up. He is 1 for 3 on the day with a double his first time up. Rivera hoping to continue swinging the bat. Pitch from Lemon. And they choose to pull Rivera and bring Ron Northey in, hitting from the left side, hoping to get a little better swing as Lemon is a righty. He's batting .600 on this replay with 5 RBIs and a home run. But he's only been at bat 10 times, but 10 times with 6 hits. He did bat .354 in 56 with 48 plate appearances. Here's the pitch to Northey. because he's hoping to get something going here in the top of the ninth. But he hits a weak pop-up to Villa at second, who plays it easily for out number 2. So the Sox are down to their last out as Harshman comes to the plate, and I would have to think they're going to pinch hit for him in this situation. So let's see what the computer does. Yeah, that's obvious. As he brings up Bob Neiman to the plate, pinch hitting for Harshman. He's batting 143 on the replay, but he batted 320 in the season with 428 plate appearances and 14 home runs. So Neiman steps to the plate. Lemon hoping to close out this game. Here is the pitch from Lemon. It's hit to Villa at second. Grounder. Villa up with it easily. Over to first. Wirtz with the slight stretch gets the final out as Neiman is out by at least a step and a half. And that is our game, folks, here in Cleveland as they win this game 4-2 on a 4-hitter by Bob Lemon. Lemon will be your player of the game as he goes to 6-0 on the season. Harshman takes the loss at 5-3. Let's take a look at our box score. As you can see, the runs coming across that 7th inning was the deciding inning in this game as 3 runs come across for the Cleveland Indians. And that kind of done it in for the White Sox. Harshman did not pitch poorly as he pitched 8 innings, allowing 8 hits and 4 runs. And he did strike out 6, but he allowed a home run. That brings his ERA to 2.74. Lemon, on the other hand, pitched 9 innings, allowing 4 hits and 2 runs. He did strike out 3 and faced all 36 batters. So that's our game here from Cleveland as the Cleveland Indians take the win 4-2 over the Chicago White Sox. And if you'll see, that's game 1 of 8 on the day. Let's go ahead and autoplay the day. As you see, the New York Yankees facing Baltimore, the 14-14 Yankees. The Yankees win that one 9-5 to go to 15-14. The Nationals, Washington Nationals, lose 1 to the Red Sox. Kansas City dropping 1 to Detroit as the 9-20 Kansas City team struggling as Detroit takes the win. Of course, our game today here, Cleveland wins 4-2. St. Louis against Brooklyn, a tight one, 3-2, but 10 hits by St. Louis. They must have stranded a lot of batters, while Brooklyn only had 3 hits on the game. Philadelphia and New York, the Mets, losing to Philadelphia 6-3. Milwaukee at Pittsburgh, tight one there, 7-5. The struggling Pirates, who are 7-22, eke out a win on 12 hits. Look at the 5 errors by Milwaukee. My goodness. Then Chicago and Cincinnati. Chicago takes it in 10, 7-6. Let's take a look at our standings before we wrap this up. So in the American League, you have Cleveland leading the league at 21-8 with a 724 percentage. They have a 5-game win streak. And they're two games up on Chicago, who they beat today, who has a 19-10 record. So that was the game between those two. And then in the National, you have Cincinnati almost identical with Cleveland, just a game off their pace at 20-9, and they're 3 games up on the Mets in the National League. So you got your front runners, Cleveland and Cincinnati, followed by in the American, Chicago and Boston, and Detroit within 5 games, and the Yankees within 6. And in the National, again, Cincinnati leading, but you have the Mets, St. Louis, and Milwaukee all within 3 games, and the Brooklyn Dodgers within 6. The last place team is 12 back in the American and 13 back in the National League. So that is our game from today. I hope you enjoyed it. It was good to be back streaming. It's been a while. I felt a little shaky in places, but it's went well. Yeah, Dave, if you're still with me, I chose a 1956 season for the PC replay because I picked the 1956 season in Inside Pitch because I wanted to recreate Mickey Mantle's 1956 Triple Crown season and to see how that goes. So I'm doing that with Inside Pitch. I wasn't doing cards and dice. I wasn't rolling dice because I have this bum ankle and my dice are upstairs and I just don't feel like making the trip upstairs. So I went ahead and just played this PC replay, let the computer roll the dice, and really enjoyed this game. It was with tight one, a pitcher's duel, but the Cleveland Indians pull it out with 3 runs coming across in the 7th inning. And it was enjoyable. I've had a good time doing it again. And I got a visitor again. Piper, the Wonder Dog. She is interested in what I'm doing. She sees me talking to what she probably perceives is the air and wondering what I'm talking about. She's a sweet dog, and we're glad to have her. And she will probably be a part of my broadcast here in the future. I hope everyone has a great day today. We'll end this thing out. And I hope to be back this week with maybe I'll venture the trip upstairs and get my dice and roll a game of Inside Pitch or Payoff Pitch. And we'll be looking into that. Again, it's good to be back streaming. It's been a couple months, but here I am again. Again, thank you. Have a great day.